All right, so now that you know how Facebook Pixel events work and what they're kind of all about, in this video I'm going to go through and show you how to actually get them on your website, how to specifically put them on your website and start tracking so that you know that they're working and you can actually start using this in your own business. So basically I'm going to go through, I'm going to show you there's just a single line of code that you have to put on your website. I'm going to go through where you have to put that and just cover a little bit of the examples of what they could actually do, how to track it, how to use them, and how to put them to use in your own business. So let's take a look. All right, to get started, you could just come to Google and type in Facebook Pixel Events. When you search that, you'll click the Facebook Pixel, Facebook for Developers, and that's going to go through, it's all the details that you'll need for the Facebook Pixel events. We're just going to scroll down to get through this pretty quickly to Standard and Custom Events. These are the basic events that you're going to be putting on your website. So there are a couple of them. I use view content all the time. They have search, add to cart, a whole bunch of these. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go through and see which of these descriptions is going to be useful in your business. So you'll probably want to use view content. If you're an e-commerce site, you'll use add to cart. That tracks when people add a product to their cart, add to wish list, initiate checkout. Purchase is very useful. If you're a site that's a lead gen site, you'll want to use the lead pixel. So when people fill out the form on your website, it'll say, okay, here's a lead, and then complete registration if you're trying to get email signups or things like that. Basically, you're going to go onto your website and you're going to use each of these pixel events to track different events as people travel through your website. So now that you know what the basic Facebook Pixel events are, I'm just going to show you a couple quick examples of how you can use them on your website and where you have to install the code so that they'll work properly. For this first example, I'm going to use the View Content Pixel event, and what the description for this is when a key page is viewed, such as a product page, a blog. I'm going to use a blog as an example. On my website here, I have a blog about 17 Twitter tips for business. Start building your brand. So what I want to happen is when somebody comes to this page on my website, I want that Facebook Pixel event to trigger and say, okay, this person viewed this content and this content is about Twitter. So in the footer of this page, I want to put this code here. It's a single line of code. I go over this in more detail in the PDF that you downloaded, but basically you want to go to the footer code and you just put this one line of code in there. It's super simple. That's all you have to do, and it'll track that the person viewed this content. And then later on, if you want to put another ad in front of them, you could select them from that audience and they've already viewed this blog post. So this is the very basic example. That's all you need to do to be tracking things. If you want to get more in depth in it, in my future videos, I'm going to go over it in more detail. But just a quick example, here's a simple one that I use. It'll track view content, and then it'll say the content name is a blog and it's about Twitter. So then later, if I write another blog post about Twitter, I can actually go create my Facebook ad, select from the audience, I want all the people that viewed the content about Twitter, and then I'm going to send them another blog about Twitter because I already know they're interested in it. This is very useful because you're no longer wasting money sending blogs about Twitter to people who don't even use Twitter. You already know they use Twitter because they already came on the page and the Pixel event tracked that. So the second example I want to show you is incredibly useful for e-commerce and Shopify websites, and it's this add to cart pixel event. Basically what this does is when a product is added to the shopping cart, this Facebook Pixel event triggers and it saves that person as someone who added a product to their cart. What this means is, let's say they don't purchase, you can put an ad in front of them that says, hey, we saw you were interested in this product, you added it to your cart, maybe you want to come back and purchase it, here's a 10% off discount code. That will boost your conversions like crazy. I've seen so many businesses double, triple, quadruple their sales just by using this Pixel event, and it'll make a huge difference in the amount of traction you're getting with the money you're putting into Facebook. It's really simple to install into your website. Basically what you want to do is you use the same line of code as the view content. You just change the view content to add to cart, and wherever the button is, the code for the button, when somebody presses that button, you want to add this line of code. And it'll say, okay, they've added a product to the cart, and it'll be tracked in Facebook. If you want to get even more in detail with it, which I'll be covering in later videos, let's say you're selling really fast running shoes on your website. If somebody comes to your site, they click the add to cart button, it'll track that the name of the product was really fast running shoes. It'll have the category, it'll have the product number, and the price of it. So later on, let's say they don't purchase, you can create a Facebook ad that says, hey, this person was really interested in really fast running shoes. Put an ad in front of them and say, hey, here's a 10% off discount code of that exact product that you saw that you didn't purchase yet. And that will boost your conversions like crazy. It really works, and all you have to do is put a simple line of code in where that button, once they click that button, you put that code in there, and then it's tracked in your Facebook. This will make a huge difference in e-commerce websites, and you can use it for pretty much any e-commerce website out there. It'll really help you guys out and get a lot more value out of your Facebook ad money. So that's just a quick overview of how you actually have to install these Facebook Pixel events into your website. And once you put that code in there, your Facebook will start tracking it, and you can start creating ads using these different Facebook Pixel events. So I'm going to be making videos in the future that go a little bit more in depth, but if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook, write me a message on my website. I can go over in more detail of exactly how you can set this up. And then also all of this is documented in the PDF that you downloaded, so you can go through there, get a lot more detail on how to actually put them onto your website. But hopefully this will get you all set up, and you'll be able to start putting the Facebook Pixel events directly on your website.